Hello, welcome to the vlog. Before we get into this, big shout out to Brenda. I was at a local bike shop picking up some supplies. I will get into how I'm doing with my budget for 2025 in a moment. I was looking at stuff and I heard this voice behind me. Hey, Maddie. Turn around. Someone I hadn't seen in 10 years. Brenda. Shout out. And one of the cool things is she's a big fan of the vlog. She watches it, so she's been keeping up to date with the happenings of Maddie and Linda. Brenda used to be an incredible, maybe she still is, incredible spin instructor. And she's one of these spin instructors, I don't know if you had these ones, who is super sweet, super nice, super patient with everyone in the class, but tough as nails. Like, how can someone so sweet make me hurt so much? That was Brenda. Shout out. Brand new white shoes are a lot like brand new cars. Let me explain. You get a brand new car and you baby it. You park it far away from everybody else. You don't want any door dings or scratches. And it's all going along just swimmingly. Until that one day where you find a small scratch on the door or the hood somewhere, and your relationship with that vehicle is changed forever. Yes. So brand new white shoes are a little like that. These S-Fires aren't brand new, but I've tried my utmost to keep them white. That lasted about half a season. I got the first tire rub smudge on the toe box, and our relationship was at that point changed forever. There was a time when I first got these S-Fires that I said to you, my loyal viewers, these would never see the rain. They wouldn't even see a misty day. That is over. I love white shoes. I'm not too sure if I like maintaining them. Their pristine whiteness. It is a miserable day. For late June, this is ridiculous. Happy Memorial Day to all my American viewers. I think that's on Monday. Enjoy your long weekend. We certainly enjoyed our long weekend, our Victoria Day long weekend last week. I always say I'm out for a noodle. Today is really a noodle. It's been raining on and off all morning. Humming and hawing about whether or not I wanted to get out here and chance it. I think if you reconcile with yourself that you're gonna get wet and you prepare for it, then I think, you know, it is what it is. So that's what I did. I've got this Rapha waterproof gilet on, and I don't plan on going too far away from home. It is National Capital Race Weekend in Ottawa this weekend. What does that mean? It's a big running race weekend. Fun for the family, fun for everyone. Fun for the pros. Not so much fun for Maddie and Linda because they close all the streets around us. We live downtown Ottawa, but hey, it's fine. It's only once a year, so we're a little landlocked. Today is kind of the only day I can manage to get out and go for a bit of a noodle. Going very fast now. So fast. Whee! Mental state pretty good today. Physical state, meh, it's a little mid, not gonna lie. I am a little hungover today. Linda and I and this chap were out at a rock and roll show last evening. Pizza was consumed, rock and roll was enjoyed, and beers were consumed. As you do at these rock and roll shows. The band was called Mama. They're excellent. Check them out. Indie pop punk band. Great. Me and 200 of my closest friends. So I am shaking off the cobwebs as I speak. This is the finish area for the National Capital Marathon. It's Saturday today. I think it's like the family fun run, 1K, 5K, 10K. It's a big deal. Thousands and thousands and thousands of people show up and register for the 10K, as they do, I think, the marathon. I did the half marathon one year, and yeah, one of the hardest things I've ever done. I don't run anymore because I'm not very good at it. One could say I'm not very good at cycling either, but I enjoy it way more. Bananas. All the bananas you need. Let's go check out the medals. Everyone's a winner. And the spot that everyone is trying to get to as quickly as possible. The finish line. It is chaos around here today. So, National Capital Race Weekend happening downtown. There is also an area of the Glebe, I don't know if you guys have this, but like the whole area is having a garage sale. Blocks and blocks and blocks and blocks. And it's a thing, like people come from all over the city, invade the downtown core for crap or treasure. Yeah, I mentioned that I was noodling today because it was raining, but I wanted to get out. I couldn't face riding in the basement. I left the Mariposa. So the white shoes now see the rain. I don't care anymore, but the Mariposa, that definitely does not see the rain if I can help it. There's a chance of rain. No. So today I rode one of the heaviest bikes that I own. This one. I don't have carbon hoops on here anymore. I've got these bomb-proof DT Swiss R24s. Alloy. Weigh a frickin' ton. Also, I do have some Vittoria Corsa Road 28s I could put on here, and I probably will tomorrow. But I couldn't be arsed today. I just wanted to get out as quickly as I could before it started to rain. And so I got these on. These are .33 file tread Clement Lass. I don't think Clement is around anymore. Maybe Dunlop now, or maybe Dunlop switched back to Clement. These are old. These are so old. These are so old that I could basically take them off and just throw them at the wheels and they would mount themselves. They are that old. But they do the job. File treads. 33s by 700cc. Okay, before we wrap up this week's vlog, budget. If you missed that video, I talked about putting some kind of budget in place, cycling related budget, for 2025. The total amount that I gave myself was $250. I'm not too sure if I stipulated whether or not that was going to be US dollars or Canadian. So let's err on the side of caution and go with that $250 limit is US dollars. It makes it way easier on me. Okay, 250 bucks. I have started to chip away at that total. Had to buy some Conti inner tubes. I don't know if I talked about this previously, but I double flatted the other day and had to do a walk of shame back to the office. I only have one bike that runs inner tubes. That's the Velo Orange, but it's always good to have spares. The other thing I bought was the sealant, Stan's tubeless sealant. I run one bike that's tubeless. Linda has a bike that is now also tubeless, so it's good to have backup sealant. So tabulating those purchases and then subtracting it against my $250 budget leaves me with approximately 200 bucks. Approximately. Next week, I want to talk to you and ask your advice or ask your opinion on cycling attire. I have been looking at different companies. I am in the market for a new kit. However, since I am not a dentist or a heart surgeon, a lot of the kits I have been looking at are just simply unaffordable. Let's look at those next week. We will regroup. Take care.